Hi, I'm Dr. Joe Nemeth. I'm a periodontist in Southfield, Michigan, and we had a very interesting patient coming in a couple of days ago that I thought you would probably be interested in hearing about. So I'm going to let Olivia here tell you a little bit about the case because she saw him first and he discussed it with her.
So I saw this patient, he came in, he told me he had a fever for about 3 days. He had mouth sores, and I asked him what had he been doing prior to all of this. He said he was at a 4th of July picnic, and a girl that he was conversing with had a canker sore on her lip, and she asked him about it, and or he asked her about it, and she said it was no big deal. So from then on, I guess they kissed each other, and it was transferred to him, and it was primary herpes, we found.
Well, when the symptoms were described to me by Olivia, she told me that he had kissed someone who had a cold sore and described the symptoms, which were fever, pain, very difficult to eat. It's very, very unpleasant. I thought, this is probably primary herpes. When do we see primary herpes? We see primary herpes in people who have not had canker sores or herpetic lesions in the past. So I asked him, have you ever had canker sores? He said, no, I never really remember having any canker sores. So he was exposed to the virus and for the first time. And so when you get it for the first time as an adult, it can be really, really painful, really very uncomfortable. Get a fever, your gums get red, they get blistered. There can be blisters on your tongue. There can be blisters. In his case, there was a blister on the outside of his mouth, which started about 2 days before the rest of his mouth broke out. So it's a very, very very unpleasant, painful. It's hard to eat. People tend to lose weight. Tends to run its course in about 2 weeks or so. But we prescribed some xylocaine viscous to numb his mouth, and also some Zovirax ointment and pills to help speed recovery from the herpes. And I told him that he should be feeling much better by today, and I haven't heard from him, so I think he is. Then we'll see him next week and see how he's doing. He said, am I going to have this again? I said, no, you have this once and you will never have it again, because he now has, let's call it an immunity to primary herpes. He may get small canker sores.
So if he's dating someone, then does he need to say?
That's what he asked. He said, if I'm dating someone, do I need to tell them about? No, you don't need to tell them about this because you're not contagious except during this acute phase. And most of these people have probably had herpes when they were younger, had canker sores, and they're probably not going to get it anyway. And this is very different than the sexual herpes, which is, I think, herpes type 2. There are some cases where sexual herpes and oral herpes can cross over. So sexual herpes almost never causes oral herpes. However, sometimes if you have oral herpes, it can cause or start sexual herpes. Now, it doesn't happen very often, but that does happen occasionally. The other way around, from sexual herpes to oral herpes, it's extremely rare. If you have a canker sore, sometimes there are over-the-counter remedies or a gel that will just kind of numb your mouth, and those can be very effective. It may take a few days for that canker sore to go away, but usually they're harmless. Sometimes if they're very painful, you may want to go to the dentist and they can cauterize it so it heals faster, plus you lose most of the pain is gone from it. So anyway, stay healthy. That's important. Get your mouth checked. That's important, because remember this. If your mouth is healthy, your body will definitely be healthy. It's a guarantee from me. We'd love to hear from you. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Comments, questions, we're here for you. And have a totally great day. And I think Olivia wishes you the same.
Have a great day.
Restore your smile and your health. Visit drnemeth.com to schedule your appointment today.